We've all been there. That crushing moment when things don't go as planned. When you've put in your best effort, and still, it falls apart. It's not fun. In fact, it's downright painful. But what if I told you that the biggest failures in your life could be the most valuable experiences you'll ever have? Stay with me, because in this video, we're diving into a powerful truth: failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. And today, I'm going to show you why failure is actually the best teacher you'll ever have. Whether it's a missed opportunity, an embarrassing mistake, or a goal you just can't seem to hit, failure often feels like the end. But it's not. It's a beginning, a learning curve, a stepping stone to something greater. First things first, let's redefine what failure really is. We tend to think of failure as the opposite of success. But that's not true. In reality, failure is part of the journey toward success. It's like a roadblock that, once overcome, makes you stronger, smarter, and more capable. Think of failure like a mountain. Every time you slip or fall, it's not the end of the climb, it's an opportunity to learn how to climb better. Each mistake you make teaches you a new lesson, a better way, a smarter choice. Every failure gives you feedback. The trick is learning how to interpret that feedback. You're not losing, you're learning. And this brings us to our first lesson. Lesson 1: Failure teaches resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after setbacks. It's about not letting one bad moment define your entire journey. It's about seeing failure as a temporary obstacle, not a permanent state. If you never experience failure, you'll never build resilience. Why? Because resilience is developed when we're tested, when we face adversity and challenge. Resilience is what helps us keep going after we've fallen, what pushes us to try again, even when it feels impossible. Every time you fail and rise again, you grow stronger. You gain a deeper understanding of what you're made of and what you're capable of. So remember this: failure doesn't break you, it builds you. Lesson 2: Failure fosters growth. Imagine a plant. It doesn't grow from success. It grows from the soil, from being pushed by the elements, from rain, and even from the occasional storm. In the same way, growth happens when we fail. When you fail, you're forced to step back, assess, and adapt. It's during these moments that you realize where you need to improve, what skills you need to develop, and which habits are holding you back. Failure forces you to grow, even if it's uncomfortable. And that's where the magic happens. Look at any successful person, and you'll see someone who has faced failure after failure. But each failure has been a stepping stone, a key to unlocking their potential. So embrace failure, because it means you're growing. Lesson 3: Failure helps you understand your limits. We often think of failure as a sign of weakness, but it's actually a sign of growth and self-awareness. When you fail, you discover where your limits are, but more importantly, you learn how to push past them. Failure is not a sign that you've reached your maximum potential, it's just the opposite. It shows you where you can improve, what needs to change, and how far you're capable of going. When you fail and keep going, you break through your own limits and expand your capacity to succeed. It's like lifting weights. At first, you can't lift much. But over time, through struggle, failure, and persistence, you build strength. Your limits become the starting point for your next level of growth. Lesson 4: Failure sparks creativity and innovation. Some of the greatest inventions and breakthroughs in history were born out of failure. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before he successfully invented the light bulb. Each failure was a lesson in what didn't work, and each lesson led him closer to his success. Failure is not a dead end. It's an opportunity to think differently, to look at a problem from a new angle, and to try something innovative. In fact, failure often forces us to think outside the box, to innovate in ways that would never have occurred to us if everything went according to plan. So, when you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do it differently next time?